Guenther Steiner is ready to go to war against Gene Haas. He finally launched a counterattack, making his thoughts known following his unexpected sacking as the team principal of Haas. In his first public statement on the matter, Steiner revealed that it caught him, like many of us, by surprise. He claims that he was blindsided by Gene Haas's decision to let him go before the start of the next season. Steiner was let go from his position as the head of the Haas F1 team for the 2024 season. The decision was made by team owner Gene Haas, who opted not to retain Steiner following a disappointing 2023 season. Haas found themselves at the bottom of the Constructors' Championship at the conclusion of the 2023 season, seemingly pushing team owner Gene Haas's patience to its breaking point. The surprising announcement of Steiner's departure came this week, adding an unexpected twist as the team gears up for the upcoming Formula One season, just 2 months away from now. This marked the conclusion of a lengthy partnership, as Steiner had been the face of Haas's venture into the F1 realm for almost a decade since the team's inception. Facing the public revelation of his departure without an official platform to share his side of the story, Steiner decided to address the situation during his planned appearance at the Autosport International Show in Birmingham. A Haas press officer, who was also there at the event, observed closely as Steiner took the main stage. In this setting, the press officer engaged in damage control on behalf of Gene Haas, making sure Steiner conveyed the right message and handled the situation with care. Despite his unexpected exit, Steiner defended his track record in managing the team. He was taken aback by the sudden nature of his departure, implying that the team's struggles may have been influenced by a shortfall in investment needed to compete effectively against rival teams. At the event, he said, "It was a bit of a surprise. Gene felt that is the way he wants to take the team forward. It's his decision, not my one. He owns the place, and if you own something, you have got the right to do what you want." F1 has changed a lot in the last 10 years, especially after the COVID period. How much it grew, how much bigger it got, and how different it got with the budget cap. If you look at all the other teams, they are all gearing up. They started to gear up 2 years ago, some last year, so everybody is getting stronger and investing a lot in the future. In discussing his departure, Steiner disclosed a fundamental disagreement regarding the team's future direction. Diplomatically, he said that his release was linked to a clash in opinions, specifically highlighting his emphasis on infrastructure investment, an aspect he believed the other 9 teams had prioritized. Providing even more insights in an interview with Sky Sports F1 after his onstage appearance, Steiner delved deeper into the circumstances surrounding his exit from Haas. He said, "Obviously, nobody was happy with the results in 2023, but I didn't see this coming. I knew that the renewal of my contract was coming up, and then when a renewal is coming up, it can be that it's not getting renewed." This marked the end of his tenure, beginning 2 years before the team's debut in Formula One. Steiner, who had served as team principal since the team's establishment in 2014, discovered news of his departure between Christmas and the New Year following a phone call with Haas. It was a phone call. He called me and said that he does not want to extend the contract, which was up at the end of the season, and that was it. I was in Italy on my Christmas break, and he called me up between Christmas and New Year. He has been succeeded within the team by Io Komatsu. Steiner says that he is feeling a sense of bitterness about not having the opportunity to bid a personal farewell directly to the staff at Haas. He went on to say, "I didn't have the chance to say thank you to a few people when I left Haas. I would just like to thank all the team members, which I couldn't give a proper goodbye to when I left. I want to say also thank you to all the fans which supported us while I was there, so it's fantastic. I really appreciate it. It stung not to say bye, but they all know me and know that I still appreciate what they did. It's always best to say it to them vocally, but it would be nice to say, 'Hey guys, thanks for all what you did for the team.' It was a team that was very small and ran on adrenaline a lot of times. They did a good job, and I want to say thank you to them. It doesn't make you happy not saying thank you." Steiner gained celebrity status in recent years, thanks to his vibrant personality showcased prominently in the Netflix series Drive to Survive. This led to the creation of a book on the 2022 F1 season titled Surviving to Drive, further solidifying his presence in a fan base typically reserved for on-track talent. But the fame came at a price, and the cost has increased scrutiny, something a more low-profile team boss might have avoided. Steiner acknowledged that this heightened visibility could have played a role in Haas's decision, making statements that align with this belief when questioned by Sky's Craig Slater. When asked if his fame was to blame, he said, "Not really, but thinking back now, it could have. But in the end, that celebrity gave the team a lot of exposure, brought in very good sponsors like MoneyGram because they like that, because they could use that. There are always positives and negatives to any deal, so maybe there were some positives and somebody brought up the negatives. These are things you cannot always plan for, because I was not out there trying to look for celebrity. It happened to me, and only the people who know me know that, so I'm okay with that. I didn't get up in the morning to be a celebrity. I get up in the morning to work. But I think it worked a lot in favor of the team, because without that, maybe it would have been closed before." Regarding his call for increased spending on infrastructure, Steiner was questioned about whether this specific request was the catalyst for the separation. He replied, "I would say what is a fair assessment is, when you look at the other teams where they are going since the budget cap came into place, a lot of teams, all of the teams, invested in the infrastructure. Therefore, it is not spending money. It is investing to use the budget cap, the operational budget cap, as best as possible that you can put money in to make the car go quickly. Some people started straight away in 2020, 2021. Some people started last year, but everybody is doing it. I think that was one of the things. I look at the other ones, and I suggest what needs and should be done. Obviously, I think without me in 2020, Haas wouldn't have been around anymore. But Gene Haas owns the team, so in the end, he's free to do what he wants. I cannot accuse him of anything. I can accuse him, but it doesn't do anything because he can make his decisions. He is free to decide. I am actually fine. My life will continue. I will have fun. I will stay around. Something will pop up. I'm doing good. In the end, a good period in my life came to an end, but maybe an even better one starts." As Haas, under the leadership of new team boss Io Komatsu, prepares for F1 2024, the question arises, what does Steiner's future hold? There seems to be no clear path back to a position of power in Formula One for him, assuming he even desires such a return in the foreseeable future. When asked about whether or not he still wants to have a career in Formula One, he said, "I don't know if Formula One wants me. Now at the moment, I'm very chilled out about the situation. I'm not in a hurry. I know a lot of people. I've got a lot of friends. And for me, just hanging around for a year doing the odd job, that does it for me. If something interesting comes along that challenges me, yes, but just staying in Formula One just to do a job, maybe is not what I want to do." Given Guenther Steiner's sharp reaction, is there something more personal going on behind his sacking? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell for the hottest F1 news.